Hey yo, it's Bread and Lord. Welcome back to Rome Total War as the Thracians. Remember last time we took Sparta in an epic siege, and we took Salona in a siege as well. And Segestica became ours through some Dacian strife. Today, we can possibly finish off the Greek cities. Not gonna say that we will. And we may launch an attack on Patavium as well. So stay tuned for that. Should be exciting. And we're going to train some militia hoplites in Segestica to strengthen our garrison a little bit. Might as well, right? And Britannia wants to do something. Maybe not. And looks like rebels are sieging our port. Anyway, we're going to take Drenis II up north to Segestica. We're going to combine these two armies together. And we're going to form one very nice army. Because we don't have an area around here to really retrain our men. We don't have a place really close, so we need to combine these two armies together, and I think we can with plenty of healthy units. So that's nice, and hopefully we can make it to Patavium and take it so that we can retrain our army. But if we can't, we're gonna have to be pushed back and try to retrain. I don't know. It'll be tougher. It'll be much tougher if we can't take Patavium. But we're gonna head straight for Patavium. Drenis II is en route to Patavium, and yeah, that's all good. Everything's looking pretty peachy. Our income is very good after taking Sparta. I believe Sparta has a dockyard. Yeah, it does. So lots of income there. Can't move Xios forward again. This guy keeps blocking us. But yeah, he doesn't want to retreat. I think, you know what we can do? We can bring these ships over here. We can just bypass them by sea, I think. So, next turn we'll probably be able to just move on and attack Thermon, as it is. We're going to train some more troops over here in our Italy settlements and try to attempt to make a push with our Scruperus. As you can see, they're ferrying troops around here, these heavily experienced Triarii. So very dangerous. I just want to check something here. Oh goodness. Okay, as you can see, the general's armor bodyguard here. That means we're into the Mara uniforms. The Romans just hit the Mara uniforms, guys, which means that they can start pumping out some more powerful units. So we need to move fast and attack the Romans quickly. We need to finish this war with the Greeks, get over there as fast as we can. And it's a little dangerous, guys, but I think we'll be okay. Most really good Marin units take 2 turns to train, so I'm not that worried. But at the same time, who knows? Again, this guy's a little too old. Nice traits, but too old. And I'll put Xiles in the ship, plop him out right here, and he can siege Thermon. And now we have both of their last cities under siege, so it's up to them. I would expect that this guy would probably try to break the siege right now, and we'll build siege equipment here in case he attacks either place, and there's only a small garrison left. We can siege attack, but otherwise I don't really want to siege attack him. Yeah, I expect that that Roman commander to try to break the siege in one of the settlements. And Campus Asiages has also become a large city. And so is Athens, so very nice. 2 more large cities. Campus Asiages has been converted from barbarian rule to Greek rule. So now the 2 proud Dacian settlements are now proud Greek settlements. So here, boom. Now I just need to convert the Scythian capital, and we're pretty much Greekanized. I don't know, Gracias. I don't know what the verb for that is. Like I know, like it's like Americanized, but Gracias. We're not going to really worry about Crete. I was thinking about trying to take Crete, but we really need to move forward on the Romans. We can't spend time just taking that province, even though it would help us in the long run, but ideally there's not going to be too much of a long run anymore. And it looks like the Julii have assembled quite an army here, so now would be the time to combine these forces. We're going to merge units together. We're going to dissipate some of the units, which I hate doing, but in this situation we kind of need to. We're going to pull out these 5 units of cavalry. That makes it pretty good size. And then we have pull out this unit of archers. They have 2 slots left, so I can merge some infantry together. And we'll pull a unit of Falksmen and a unit of Phalanx Pikes, I believe, right? Maybe not. Yeah, it'd probably be better to try to get a mercenary star. No! Come on. Why not? Plus, we have plenty of Phalanx Pikes, so we don't really need it there, I guess. And, looks like they have more forces probably coming down to attack Tarentum. Not sure. Looks like they're going for all-out assaults on us. Which makes sense. That's what the Roman AI usually does. And Apollonia looks like it's going to grow soon, so that's cool. We'll have another city on the coast. And we'll go back to blockading the port here. They have no economy to speak of, so they won't be able to... Probably won't be able to hire mercenaries. Looks like Pontus is sending over some guys. Maybe they're going to try to take over Crete themselves, which would be fine, because that means we get to trade with them. Dacians have a commander there. I don't know if he's planning to attack or what. And Britain's still trying to do something. I'm not sure what. And, okay, the Juliet army did attack our big army, but we were able to merge, get together 2 3-star commanders with, he's got 19 units, I got 20 units. All of our units are pretty much full health. This should be an interesting battle. I do have the range superiority, I believe. Yeah, I have artillery and a couple units of archers, maybe 1 unit archer, and I have militia cav, so we have that going for us, and we have, of course, pikemen, which can totally deal with the Romans. And I have a thirst in my mouth, so I'm going to take a drink. How's it going today, guys? It is Tuesday. I was going to say Thursday. Holy cow. It is Tuesday, I believe July 18th, I want to say. Hold on. Sunday was 15th. No, it's the 17th today. Sorry about that. Anyway, those are the armored guys. The armored bodyguard. Anyway, as I was saying, it's surprisingly cool today. It's been really cloudy, raining on and off. They said it was going to be mid-80s today, but it's only been up to 70, which is pretty nice. Nice break from all this heat. And, yeah. Anyway, we're going to line up our guys like this. Falksmen right behind. Going to separate them into tertiary ranks like so. That'll be helpful. Put our general back here. Get our Jav Cav over there. Like so. Turn off skirmish mode. Get our heavy cav there. And put our onagers right there. Should be a good position. Rotate them a little bit. Fire a well. They can already fire, which is pretty nice. So I'll be able to watch our onagers do some work. I really like onagers, so I'm glad I'm able to show onagers in this LP extensively. And we're going to take militia cav up on the right flank, and we're going to have them engage the back of the Romans. Yeah, yeah! Woo, dude! Oh, I thought the first shot was going to hit him. That would be sweet. Yeah, that would be pretty amazing, but very unlikely as well. And we're going to be swinging around town, and trying to hit these guys with javs. We definitely do not want to engage Triaria with our militia cav ever, even if they're injured units. We still be very hesitant to engage them. Oh, watch out, Mr. General! You almost got blasted by that one. That would have been funny. And move these guys behind there as our catapult continues to pepper their force. Oh, that was very close. It took out a chunk of his stadi, and I'm not sure what they're waiting. They're on the attack. They usually don't wait. Now they're moving, I guess. And I took out a little bit of Samnites. Militia Cav is engaging very nicely, keeping out of the way, but still throwing javs. Very nice. And now we're going to move over there. Looks like some war dogs are coming in, though. Those could be a little damaging, but not too bad. They should be able to handle them. And it looks like they're trying to flank us with Triarii. So I'm actually going to pull over my Falksmen over here. And we should be able to engage those Triarii without too much trouble. And Samnites charging the pikemen. That is fine. We can leave our pikemen there. They'll be able to clean those guys up pretty easily. And our cavalry are engaging with the war dogs a little bit. No big deal. I think we can take them out. And, yeah, they got good enough stats for that, I believe. What to do though? I guess just all-out attack on them really is the best strategy there. And these Folksmen can do War Cry and then engage these Triarii. And these Folksmen can get over a little farther, and then we can engage War Cry. Oh, that Phalanx Speckman is getting kind of flanked there, so when these Folksmen take out these Triarii, they can go help them out. But for now, they'll have to be taking some extra damage. And War Cry, and then engage these Triarii here, and that should be pretty nice. It looks like they got another flanking unit Triarii. Hopefully, it can break one of these 2 units here, and then send in these guys in reinforcements. Looks like we are doing pretty good against their line. Our militia cav are getting tied into stuff that we don't need them to, so we can pull them out. And they're engaging our barbarian noble cav with these Triarii. We need to pull out. I'm going to try to distract them with our mercenary Illyrian skirmishers. They can survive against Triarii for a little bit. Not that long, but long enough for us to get these Folksmen over here. And I'm going to try to move the Onagers' way as well. We do not want them to get hurt. And we're going to engage there. And there we go. The Triarii routed, and we're going to send some of the Folksmen back to help. So I think that'll work. And, oh, looks like... Why are militia cav routing? I don't know. Guess they ran into something like Stoops. Whatever. Anyway, the Triarii are routing there, so our Onagers are now safe. They can continue to fire on the enemy. And we'll fire at the general. He's in the middle of the troops still, and staying out of combat. So, should be a relatively safe shot. And, just kind of making everybody move around into the correct position. And we're going to launch one shot at their general and then go from there. Probably stop firing after that. And they're engaging with more Triarii, so we need to pull out our cavalry again. Get War Cry going and hunt them down, because they're being a nuisance. There we go. Very nice. Folksmen definitely chew up Triarii, especially when they have a War Cry, so very, very good. Got a couple units of Hastati and such coming down. No big deal, in my opinion. I think we can handle it very nicely. And our Onagers are... I'm going to stop them from firing. Well, actually, they can fire over there. That'd be nice. And cleaning up the guys on this left flank. I guess the Romans are getting a little smarter, and they're not just completely charging into the phalanxes, but... they still are with quite a few of their forces. We're going to charge into these Principes with our Folksmen. Should be able to cut them down very easily like that. Very nice job, guys. And move them back so that they're a little more defended. Got more Triarii coming in. I'm not sure why they have so many Triarii in this army. They're not that good. And we're going to stop firing because it seems like most of the Romans are coming in. Triarii are useful. It's useful to have a couple units of Triarii in an army, but an army made mostly of Triarii is pretty useless. And the general just killed himself on our phalanxes, so that's pretty nice. And his whole army is just totally routing now, so that is very cool. I'm going to charge these Folksmen into that unit of Triarii. Get these guys to try to clean up the routers here. Very nice. Cut those Triarii. Sounds like they're sounding the retreat cry, the secondary commander or whatever, sounding the retreat cry after they lost their general. Seems like typical behavior. So, we should be able to get some good kills as they're running away. Maybe take out a couple more Triarii units. We got to be careful though. And we're going to engage there and over there. We lost one unit of militia cav routed, but other than that, our units did pretty well. The one Folksman got injured a bit, and some of our phalanxes took a little damage, but nothing we can't merge and retrain. I think we can get another full army of pretty healthy guys to go attack Batavium. So pretty nice indeed. And line up here, and it's looking pretty solid if you ask me. Are you asking me? Because if you are, then I'd say it's looking pretty solid. We don't really want to mess with these Triarii as cavalry, so that's why I'm not engaging them. But I'm going to try to engage this guy as he's about to leave, see if we can get a couple kills off before he leaves. And yeah, he's steady, shaken. He's not wavering yet. Oh, he broke! Nice, they broke. Good. So we were able to take out an extra unit of Triarii, which is very nice. Very nice indeed. Because Triarii, although they're not as good in melee, in my opinion, as Principes, they are pretty good all-around troops. And we're going to continue, run down a couple extra units, just so they can't retrain, because I'd imagine that they have enough guys to retreat with. And we're going to go hunt down this guy as well. Triple speed to do that. Hunt down this guy. Hunt down this guy. And there we go. Exit the battle. Heroic victory. We have crushed the enemy. Very good job, Drenis II. You are showing promise. And it'd be kind of interesting if Drenis and Drenis II were the guys that took out the Romans. That'd be pretty interesting. Looks like they're sending that force down, which means it looks like Batavium's pretty wide open. And I don't know why it's lagging here. There we go. And this guy is pretty good. He's not too old, and he's got some pretty good traits, so I'm going to pick him up. And Casableptos the Honest here has a pretty big family with him. We can try to spread those guys out. I believe Porlisum needs a governor, so we'll send him over there. And this guy can actually join the front. We'll send him down towards Segestica, and then perhaps the guy in Segestica and that guy can join Drenis and his army. Now we're going to merge some guys together and kind of fill up the army once more, and then we should be able to send them out. We'll send this guy. How are we going to do this? I guess we'll put the injured guys in the city, and then they'll merge them, I suppose. Like that, perfect. One guy left. So I mean, if we need to retrain him, we can. And we'll retrain this guy by that method as well. And oops. What else? We can pull that guy back out. Anything else that really needs retraining? Some Folksmen. I do have a unit of Folksmen there, but we don't really need to retrain. And now the House of Julii are the richest faction. Very interesting. So I guess the Julii are getting rich, and yeah, we got a new family member that we saw in. Oh, don't want to do that. They got a new family member in Campus Asiages. Casableptos had 2 new commanders under him because he married off one of his daughters, I believe, and had a son come of age. So very nice. Gonna take a drink. And as you see, the large stone walls are completed here, so very nice. We'll be very well defended from any Roman attacks there. And hopefully we get to show those off. Looks like he's going to come down and attack Drenis here. There's really no good reinforcements to get. Drenis now has 9 experienced chevrons. What the heck? That means he's very close to maximum stats. He just needs 2 more attack upgrades and 1 more defense upgrade, and he's got maximum stats. That's ridiculous. He's so powerful. His unit is just nigh invincible. And clear victory. He'll take out that ship pretty easily. And set Salona to low tax rate. And we can do the same with Segestica. Segestica is decently close to growing, but we need some militia hoplites for garrison. In case things go bad, or if the Dacians have some random large force. We'll replace it with Templeton Nike. Nike. I don't know. I'll always change how I say that. And these ships, I'm going to send these ships up here, and we're going to try to possibly blockade some ports, maybe ferry some troops. Not really sure, but I imagine they'll be more helpful there than just sitting in port. You know, they got some diplomats there. Looks like maybe the Pontics didn't take Crete. Not sure. Rhodes is still growing. We're going to set the low tax rate for some more growth because we don't really need the money. We have plenty in reserves. Everywhere is building, I believe. So that's very nice. We need some more. We probably need some more troops on the border, so we're going to train some more troops in Campus Asiages. Campus Scythia looks pretty good as far as their troop count, but yeah, pretty solid. So we don't really need to worry about Campus Scythia. Those are our 2 northern border settlements, basically. Quincium I don't really care about. If Quincium gets taken, that's fine. No big deal. But, yeah, we're going to end the turn, and I would imagine that the Greek cities are going to engage us as they do. And this could be the last Greek fight, the last major showdown against the Greek cities until they're eliminated. So, if you like watching the Greeks, us fighting the Greeks, yeah. And there's their general armor bodyguard. Thracians are the only ones that get different bodyguards as the Greeks. Every other Greek nation gets the standard Greek bodyguard. That's because of, yeah, we get some barbarian heavy cavalry. But it's different than our advanced generals are different than the actual barbarian advanced generals in stats, which is interesting. So Thracians are the only, well, they're not the only faction to have a unique general, but they're one of the few factions with a very unique general. I believe the Egyptians have a couple unique generals. The Britons' general is unique. The Britons are the only ones that don't have two generals, one for the Marineford, one for, yeah. The Egyptians, I don't think they should have the second general, because the first general is pretty good, and then they just degrade until the second general. As you can see, they have tons of ballista, and not much cavalry, so I'm going to actually send Drenis out with his 3 gold chevrons, and you'll be able to see how much he can take down with just 3 gold chevrons. I'm willing to put Drenis into combat because he will not die easily. Let me tell you. And I do like the Thracian heavy bodyguard, and that's why I chose to give them barbarian noble cav instead of Greek cav, because the heavy bodyguard represents barbarian cavalry. So gameplay wise, it makes more sense in my opinion. We'll go straight after the ballista here. Try to avoid the general. I would rather not get into a battle. And as you can see, I'm using delete as kind of a general cam here. We're just going to follow Drenis around. And try to get some shots off. They missed, or our guys deflected it with their pure defensive ability. And we should be able to take them out. Can take off general cam. Whenever you take off a follow mode, it reverts you to the last camera angle that you were in before you hit that mode. So that's why I zoomed all the way back there. And we should be able to take out these engineers without a problem. And we routed both of those units at once. Looks like the ballistas hit us in the back a little bit, the third ballista unit. And they got some mercenary peltas coming up to try to help. I don't think that's going to help against Drenis' elite unit here. So we're going to swing around and hit these guys in the back. Sound cry command. I don't think charging into these guys will really hurt us, but just in case. And we should be able to take these guys out without too much problem. Might lose a couple of horses, but not really too much can stop us here. Stat-wise, we're just ridiculously overpowered compared to these units. Oh, we could probably fight against urban cohorts and be decently successful. That's how powerful this unit is right now. And there we go. We routed that unit. And, yeah, we routed both units there. Very nice. Drenis only losing a couple casualties. You know, more of the engineers coming back. We can take them down. And we'll send them back. We'll send Drenis back. I think he probably took out enough of the ballistas to keep them routing. And now we need to defend our ranks. We got archers firing, which is very nice. The archers are not firing on the Mushkat for some reason, so I'm going to manually select them to do that. And then, yeah, we're good to go. We outnumber them in phalanxes in the front line here, but they do have armored hoplites once again, and very threatening to us still. And their general's trying to chase us, which is fine. They can try to kill Drenis if they want, but I'd like to have some Bastarne support. And our archers are doing a good number on those militia cav. Starting here, you're going to activate War Cry and engage these generals. And we're going to engage with Drenis as well. So Bastarne and Drenis should take out his general pretty easily, I would think. I know, the standard Greek general looks pretty cool in my opinion. If you look at him, he's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Heavy armored cav. It's the same skin as Macedonian cavalry. So that's one reason why I gave the Greek cities Macedonian cavalry, because they get Macedonian cavalry effectively as their general, so why not? And speaking of general, he is dead, and you can see the front line starting to waver. We're going to charge into the backs with our Bastarne, and we're going to charge around with this Bastarne, hit this unit in the back, like so, and pretty much their army is routing. We're going to make sure this Bastani does not get caught by that phalanx. That would be bad. I'm going to move this Bastani over to help. Have some of the phalanxes take out this unit here. And we're going to reorganize these units here for the incoming army. And we got to watch these Macedonian cavalry coming in, make sure that they do not charge our Bastani. Bastani are still pretty weak to cavalry attack because they don't have as much defense as other units. And they have a lot of defense skill as their defense, so they're kind of weak to cavalry. But other than that, they're pretty strong against melee infantry. And if they can catch cavalry without the charge, I mean, they do fine as well. And it looks like their general's actually charging into our men on the left there. That is fine. Having some problem with the archers here. And we're going to make sure that... we're going to send Drenis in here and take out this armored general along with the phalanx troops here. Should make quick work of their general here. Maybe take him out. That'd be nice. That would mean that they only have one general left. And, yeah. There we go. And, yeah, we are able to take him out. So the Greek cities only have one family member left. One Spartan. One true Spartan. And we need to pull Drenis out of here because of the phalanxes. So I clicked the ground like 6 bajillion times because, you know, sometimes it just doesn't pull back correctly. And we're going to get our Bastani behind these guys here. The mercenary hoplites aren't going to do too hot against that. And pull him back here. Pull these guys back here. And, yeah. Should be pretty nice. Come on, Bastani, get through the lines there. There we go. Now they're starting to rout, so that's very nice. Very good work. And, yeah, some of these units are getting... this unit here is getting torn up hard. So, Warcry our Bastani and get them over there. And get these Bastani over there as well. We should be able to take them out. As you can see, the Bastani here are doing pretty well against them. And these guys should go down pretty easily. And these Bastani will charge into the back of this unit of hoplites here. And that should be the end of their phalanxes, hopefully. I know these guys are getting crushed here. And we'll reformat up here. Their general is charging back in. Did a little bit of damage, but we should be able to take them out pretty easily, I'd hope. Losing a couple men, not too bad, though. And their phalanxes are starting to rout. And holy cow! Our archers are being taken out by this unit of Macedonian Cav. I did not even realize. Wow. I am stupid. Yeah, we can charge in with Drenis. They're down to half men. So, yeah, there we go. Drenis was able to take them out in one good charge. And pretty much taken out. But we lost pretty much half of our archers there. And it looks like our creature archers got totally killed. So, oops. That's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, you guys are probably screaming at me. You probably saw it before. I probably didn't even see it. You guys are probably screaming at me. And yeah, woo! Good skill there. Sometimes you just get too involved into the phalanx fight, and you know they haven't tried to pressure me on the archer and from behind for a long time, so you know I wasn't really expecting it. And we're just gonna triple speed this because we're just cleaning up at this point. These phalanxes really just not standing a chance. And we're going to continue the battle and run down as much as we can. And perhaps we can take Corinth. Not sure. But if we can, that'll be very nice for us. And it'll give us a good advantage. And plus we'll get a wonder. Yeah, and we'll be able to see that on the campaign map if we get that. Ugh. And we've taken out pretty much all I care about, so I think it's about time to end it here. Gonna end it, and it's another heroic victory. Holy cow, we've been getting a lot of those lately, but not complaining. And we did kill both of their generals, killed most of their armies, so I think we should get Corinth here, and that'll be very nice for us. And we're going to occupy, if we do take it here, let's see. Yes, looks like it. Occupy. We do not want to, what am I going to say? We do not want to exterminate because we get a lot more money from taxes if we don't. And we're getting attacked by rebels, and of course we lost. So that little navy's not going to be able to do anything. And we're going to move up here and stop derping around ships. Looks like the Juliet are ready to siege. It looks like they have less army than we do, so I don't know what they're thinking they can do against us. And we're actually going to start training some ships out of these settlements here. And get a pretty big navy, because I imagine the Scipii and the Juliet probably have decent navies in the Western Sea. So I would need to take that out. And Apollonia did grow, so that's cool. And as you can see, we captured the statue of Zeus. And check out this movie's pretty cool. Some pretty nice music. Epic. Now, what the statue of Zeus does is it says it gives a +4 population loyalty boost, and we're the richest and most advanced now too. What that does is +4 means each one is 5%, so it gives us +20% in every city. Now, on top of that, when you first take a wonder, you get I believe it's an extra 10% happiness for capturing a wonder across all settlements. So when you first take this wonder, you have +30% public order in all your settlements, I believe, which is ridiculous. And then that +20% is permanent. So our cities are going to be a lot happier from now on. We can crank up tax rates everywhere. For example, like here, they were barely happy on high tax rate, but now they're so happy that we can put them on a very high tax rate with no problems. For example, our northern settlements are a lot more happier. Very nice. It's definitely a very nice wonder to get, especially late game like this when we're about to take a lot of culture penalty towns, and they'll be pretty happy compared to what they were before. An extra 20% is a big deal. It's the difference between rioting and contentness. And Corinth is losing population. They're probably a little overcrowded. We'll build some farms to slow that down. Yeah, because it'd be nice to have Corinth be a huge city at some point, possibly. We'll get rid of these Cretan archers. They're quite damaged. We'll merge together our mercenary hoplites. And we'll send these guys over to Sparta to retrain, because apparently they do not have a place to retrain them here. And we'll send this little fleet over here. And we could take Kydonia, but again, we need to push against the Romans, because they are in the Marian reforms. So we can't really afford to do that. We're sending him into the ship. We're going to train the boats, and we're going to train these guys, and probably move out next turn. And as you can see, we can train Greek cavalry here. I guess when I was transferring them over to Barbarian Noble Cav, I made a mistake, because you still have to set the larger stables to training Barbarian Noble Cav, which apparently I didn't do, so they're set for training Greek Cav still. So, oops. In any city that has more than a second level stable, we're not going to be able to train Barbarian Noble Cav. Instead, train Greek Cav, which is interesting. I don't know if I'll show Greek Cav. They're kind of useless compared to Barbarian Noble Cav, but whatever. So that's a little modding error on my part. Sorry about that. But, yeah. And everything's looking pretty good. We're actually going to train a ship instead of archers here. I just think that's probably a better choice. And we're out of money for this turn, actually. Pretty good spending of money there. Lots of troop retraining and stuff. And I think I'm going to end it off here, guys. Both Drenis did pretty good this episode. And hopefully next time we will be able to launch an attack on Batavium. And I think I'll send the other Drenis over to possibly Sicily. Or, somewhere over there. So, catch us next time.